Now, let's be honest. Most property agents wouldn't walk away from a deal, especially when their commission is at stake. But recently, I had to say no to a property deal. And I know this sounds contradicting because I'm an agent and my job is to bring in sales. But here's the thing. I've seen too many buyers committing to properties that they couldn't afford. I've seen buyers overpay for units when better options were available. I've seen sellers regret selling their properties at the wrong price. And after years in this industry, it made me rethink, where do we draw the line between closing a sale and responsibility to our clients? So in this video, I'll explain why most agents always say yes to a deal even when they shouldn't, share a recent case that I walked away from, and show how you can spot if an agent is truly looking out for you. Short property stories from real conversations. Hi guys, Gainer from Property Made Simple. I share short and relatable property stories based on real conversations with homeowners and investors. My stories are easy to read, share lessons that you can relate to, and help you make better property decisions. To date, I've shared over 600 stories. So do check them out using the links in the description below. And of course, if you find this video of value, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's get back to the story. Now, as property agents, we all want to close deals. That's the truth. This is how we make a living, and without closing sales, we don't get paid. But over the years, I've realized something important. Closing deals should never come at the expense of the client, because it will put the client in a bad situation where they will regret later. That's when an agent needs to take a step back and ask, are we really doing what's best for our client? So how do we strike this balance? I've come to believe that there is a simple formula, which is before closing any deal, an agent needs to ask themselves one crucial question. Whose interest comes first? The client's or our own? Now, if we put our own interest first, the actions we take will be totally different. We might become more aggressive, apply more pressure, or avoid talking about risk so that we can secure the deal. But if we put the client's interest first, then everything changes. Now, let me share with you a real situation where I had to make this decision. And it was the recent Orie new launch. My client had placed a check and his queue number was 1424. Deep down, I had mixed feelings when I saw the queue number. Because I know that with such a queue number, they might end up with the wrong unit at the wrong price. And when I looked at the pricing, I hesitated. A high floor 2-bed 1 toilet was selling for 1.8 million. A high floor 2-bed 2 toilet was selling for 2 million. Now, for both to exit in the next 3 to 4 years with a reasonable profit, they will need to sell at 2 million and 2.2 million respectively. Could this happen? Maybe. But I cannot see it happening anytime soon. So I didn't feel the urgency to push my client to come down for the booking. And this is where intention of placing client's interest first makes all the difference. Now, if I had only thought about closing the sale, I would have put pressure on my client to buy because the units were selling fast. But because I put my client's interest first, my actions changed. Instead of just accepting that the project was selling well, I decided to do more analysis to understand if the price makes sense. I knew that many agents had reasons to buy Orie because Toa Payoh has limited condo supply. Some agents also will share that Orie's pricing is similar to Chuan Park and Emerald of Katong. But I still can't justify the huge price gap between Orie and its surrounding projects, which is why I didn't push my buyer to proceed. And this is an example on how an agent should put clients' interests first before closing the deal. But here's the thing. Not all agents will tell you the full picture. What if your agent is not looking out for your best interests? How can you sense that it is a bad deal and decided to walk away? Now, there's a simple way for you to find out. And it is by asking one simple question to the agent that can make all the difference. And the question is, if you were in my position, would you buy or sell this property at this price, and why? Now, this single question is so effective because it forces the agent to put themselves in your shoes and to answer from your perspective. It immediately tests their intentions, whether they are prioritizing your interests or their own. But asking the question alone is not enough. How the agent responds is equally important. A good response should cover both the pros and the cons of the decision. Not just the good things, but also the risks and considerations you need to be aware of. And more importantly, listen to the answer. Does it make sense to you? Does it resonate with what you are looking for? And the final step is to cross-check their response with real data. Now, at the end of the day, I believe that many agents genuinely want the best for their clients. But as I've shared in this video, agents will always face a struggle finding the balance between closing sales and responsibility to their clients. And that is not always an easy line to draw. Which is why, as a buyer or seller, you should take that extra step to protect yourself too. By asking the right questions and cross-checking the information, you can make a more informed decision. Because at the end of the day, no one will care more about your financial well-being than you do. So that's it for today. I hope you find this video of value to you. Gainer from Property Made Simple, and I'll see you soon.